how much business growth do you think comes from keeping existing customers happy rather than constantly finding new ones?
The reality is keeping those customers happy with great customer service is way more economical than finding new leads. And I had an experience a couple of weeks ago where I was actually thrown off a flight for bringing the airline's attention to the fact that they weren't looking after their customers. I was walking into the flight, and in the middle of the aisle there was an elderly lady, and she was asked one of the airline hostess for help to put her bag in the overhead locker. And this is a great example of what not to do with customer service. So this lady said, "Can you give me a hand with putting my baggage in?" And the lady immediately snapped and said, "No, we don't get involved in customer luggage." And I just couldn't believe it. Being a massive advocate of customer service, I jumped up, I grabbed her bag, I put it in the overhead locker, and I turned to the airline hostess. I probably shouldn't have said this, but I said, "This is another example of what not to do in customer service." And she got really upset, and I got thrown off the plane, literally for that. So
I guess from my perspective, I would assume that air host is probably not really happy in her job, probably isn't really loving the company, and so that comes through then in the way that you interact. Whereas if you had someone that was really highly engaged and loving the job, they go, "Yeah, okay, 100%. That's the policy, but you know what, I'm going to help you because I love what I'm doing and I'm having a great day."